it easy. Konnichiwa minasan. Hey friends, how are you? Welcome to Saral Japan YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about Rotary Yoneyama scholarships for doing higher studies in Japan, and it includes bachelor, master and PhD studies. We have been discussing about the major scholarships available for international students for Japanese universities, which includes MEXT scholarships, JASSO scholarships, Mitsui, Yoshida, Honjo, Nomura, and in our last video we discussed about the Kyoritsu scholarships. So we have touched upon all these 7 scholarships. In today's video we will look at Rotary Yoneyama scholarship. So like the previous videos, first we begin with a summarized version of the features of a particular scholarship, and then we go into the detail. So this is the website of Rotary Yoneyama Memorial Foundation scholarship. https://www.rotary-yoneyama.or.jp/english/overseas. This is the email ID. The inquiry and application both are through the foundation. That means students can directly apply for this scholarship once he or she has got an admission offer from the university. This is applicable for all the 3 courses, undergraduate and postgraduate, that is undergraduate, masters and doctoral. All countries are included. The designated schools, this is mentioned in the website of Rotary Yoneyama, but in a generic way we can say that almost all universities are included in that. The application period is the entire month of October. Estimated number of scholarships is 10, and the coverage includes a stipend of 100,000 yen per month for undergraduate and 140,000 yen per month for postgraduate. So having said that, let's break out from this PPT and go into this website, which is rotaryyoneyama.or.jp/english/overseas. And let's see what details they have provided about this scholarship and how to apply, when to apply, and some other characteristics. Rotary Yoneyama Memorial Scholarship for overseas candidates is for international students scheduled to enroll in a Japanese university or graduate school. All Rotary International District in Japan will open for 2025 enrollment. So the 2025 enrollment is already over. We are now looking forward to the 2026 admissions. Applicants are expected to have Japanese language proficiency to understand basic Japanese. So JLPT N4 level is highly recommended for this scholarship. Applicants have to find out and apply for Japanese universities and graduate schools by themselves before applying for the scholarship, and are requested to submit a copy of the application for admission for the university or graduate school. Those who enroll in graduate schools are requested to submit a recommendation letter from a supervisor or professor of the applicant's targeted graduate school. So before we move ahead, let's see this poster that they have posted on their website, Rotary Yoneyama Scholarship for Overseas Candidates. So this is a flyer kind of notice to those who wish to study in a Japanese university or graduate school through Rotary Yoneyama Scholarship for applicants residing abroad. What is the Foundation Scholarship Program? This program is a unique Japanese international service project providing scholarships and support to overseas students who self-finance their education in Japan. The program's mission is to foster a large cadre of young people imbued with the Rotary spirit while building bridges of understanding and cooperation between Japan and the world. As of July 2024, a total of about 24,000 scholars from 133 countries and regions have received scholarship support under this program. The program for applicants residing abroad. This scholarship is for applicants residing abroad who are eager to study in a Japanese university or graduate school. It supports students from their first year in Japan. For those who wish to study in Japan, please check the application guidelines. So we will go into that in a while. Characteristics of the program. Support by the Seva Club and counselors. Support by clubs and counselors is provided. Scholars become acquainted with Rotary members through club and district events. Meet and interact with friends from multinational backgrounds and learn about international goodwill. Alumni organized associations engage in voluntary activities. 43 associations are located in Japan and overseas. So after this flyer, now let's go back to this main page. And after that, it's written important, read the application guidelines thoroughly and carefully, then prepare the documents precisely. Please do not submit any documents which are not required in the guidelines. So avoid submitting unnecessary documents, but prepare the documents very carefully which have been asked in the guidelines. So under this download section, you will find a number of documents which needs to be downloaded. We will look into each of these, but before that, we will see what are some other important information they have provided on this page. So a summary of the scholarship program and application guidelines is available in Japanese also. So we will skip this for a moment. Application process. Registration is required to apply for a scholarship for overseas candidate. Enter information to the dedicated forms on the website and upload the application documentation. That means the application submission will be an online process. So this is the link they have provided. By clicking this link, you will be taken to the online application page. But before going to that, you have to prepare these documents because you will have to upload those documents when you prepare this login. Now, as you can see here, application closed and this icon is disabled. I cannot click on this. That means the application process has not yet started for 2026 applications. So when will it start? It will start around 1st of October. So as you can see here, the current dates mentioned here is October 1, 2024 and last date is October 31st, 2024. That means the entire October month is usually the application period for this scholarship. And this is applicable for both fall and spring intake. That is for both April and September, October 2025 enrollment. So for 2026 admissions, this application period will open in around 1st of October 2025. So keep a note of that, keep a in your calendar, just add this date. Please enter the exact name of the Japanese university or graduate school you are applying for. If you plan to go on to a university outside of Japan or language school, you are not eligible to apply. Announcement of selection results to be notified by the middle of March. Selection results will be notified to the applicants by email and a certificate of eligibility will be issued to the successful applicants by the end of March 2025. Now, as you know, COE or the certificate of eligibility is a document that is required to get the student visa. So the scholarship amounts we have already discussed, 100,000 and 140,000 respectively for UG and PG. And outside of that, the supplementary for airfare is also provided up to 250,000 yen. Successful candidates must arrive in Japan prior to the designated month of admission. If not entered Japan by the month scholarship commences, the eligibility will automatically be lost. Now, if you have any queries for the Rotary Yoneyama Foundation, then you can just put your query here and just submit this. You write your name, email, age, question type, and then your message. For example, how to apply, about schools of your choice, any type of questions or any other questions you can just write and send, and they will be giving you the response. So now let us go back to this download section and go through these documents. The first important one is the application guide. So application guidelines is always the first document that we should go through before doing anything else. Application guide for Rotary Yoneyama scholarship for overseas candidates. So this is the guideline for the 2025 admissions, both for April and September, October. So the same will be released during October 2025 for the admission of April 2026 and September, October 2026. So you have to keep an eye on the website. But for now, it is okay to go over the application guidelines of the last year because things will remain the same. What is Rotary Yoneyama Memorial Foundation? The private organization that provides one of the largest international scholarships in Japan, both in terms of its program scale and the number of scholarships awarded, supported by contributions of Rotarians throughout Japan. Proudly support the overseas student study in Japan. What is Rotary? Founded in Chicago in 1905, Rotary is a global network of people who are dedicated to contribute to social development and world peace through their various professions. Today, there are Rotary clubs in more than 200 countries and regions of the world. The number of clubs reached 36,983 with these many members as of May 14, 2024. Japan's first Rotary Club was established in Tokyo in 1920. There are 2,200 clubs with around 84,000 members in Japan as of the end of April 2024. Objective: the Rotary Yoneyama Memorial Scholarship Foundation, hereinafter referred to as the Yoneyama Foundation, supports international students to accomplish high academic achievements and at the same time demonstrates the spirit of Rotary through interactions with counselors and the Seva clubs. The objective is to deepen mutual international understanding and develop bonds to grow into a bridge between the student's mother country and Japan. The scholarship qualifications therefore require enthusiasm and excellence in academic work, cross cultural understanding, and communication skills. What is academic work? It clarifies the purpose and goal, deepen the research and studies, and make efforts to achieve results. Cross-cultural understanding. Make efforts to understand different languages, cultures, and customs. Communication skills. Develop harmonious relationships, be flexible in accepting others, and grow a spirit of independence. Significance. The overseas scholarship provides both financial and personal support through counseling offered by the Rotary members to the Yoneyama scholars upon their arrival in Japan. So next we will look at the origin and history of Yoneyama scholarships. You can read it by yourself. I won't take your time in doing that. This is something that you can just give it a quick read. Application guidelines. So we come to page 7 of this 24-page document. Application and screening procedures. So this is the most important part of this guide. Applying. The recruitment and application for overseas application scholarships will be handled by the Yoneyama Foundation Secretariat. Recruitment starts from early October, so keep a note of that. Screening. Japan's Rotary organization consists of 34 districts and each district has a Rotary Yoneyama selection committee. Applicants will be judged by the selection committee of the Rotary district where the university to be enrolled is located, hereinafter referred to as the district selection committee, and by the foundation's own selection committee. However, under the decision of the district selection committee, the committee may conduct online interviews with applicants and or supervisors and hearings via telephone and or email. Number of awardees approximately 15%. Qualified candidates, those who meet the following requirements. Number one, foreign students scheduled to enroll or transfer into a Japanese universities or graduate schools under the jurisdiction of the Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science and Technology, that is MEXT, in April, September or October 2025 and attend the regular courses. Students pursuing a degree at the Japanese universities or graduate schools and non-degree students such as those under long-term student system, trainees, research students or exchange students are not eligible. Non-degree students are not eligible. Eligibility. Those who meet the following requirements. Citizenship, visa status and place of residence. Those who hold citizenship of countries other than Japan at the point of entry are eligible. Dual nationality holders not including the Japanese citizenship will be considered as non-Japanese citizens. Those who enter Japan for study purposes and hold a student visa. Those who reside outside of Japan until entering Japan to enroll into this institution. In case you do not meet requirements 1 and 2 at the time of application, you may apply for the scholarship on condition that the requirements will be met by the time you arrive in Japan. Academic institution and admission. Those who plan to enter or transfer into the Japanese universities or graduate schools under the jurisdiction of MEXT in April, September, or October 2026 with the intention to pursue a degree by attending the regular courses. Those who have been issued an acceptance letter or an admission permit or are planning to take the examination to enter the intended institution. That means you have been either accepted by an university for admission or you have plans to take the EJU this year. So you need to show some kind of evidence that you are already in the process of getting an admission. Fields of study, all fields are eligible. So there is no limitation in which field you are doing the higher studies. So this scholarship covers all fields and all nationalities. Japanese language proficiency JLPT N4 as we mentioned earlier also. Age limit is under 45 years of age. Then prohibition of dual scholarship. So if you have any other scholarship, then you are not eligible for this scholarship of Yoneyama Foundation. So this table gives a long list of uh, the the criteria for this scholarship which you can go through. If you wish to receive other scholarships after having been awarded the Yoneyama Memorial Scholarship, you must decline the Yoneyama Scholarship by the following deadline. If the expected enrollment is April 2025, the deadline is March 1, 2025. So by March, like 1 month before the enrollment date, you must inform the Yoneyama Foundation that you have already received another scholarship and you don't need this. Obligations, scholarship subsidies, scholarship period, scholarship amount we have seen, supplementary airfare, accommodation on the first day in Japan up to 10,000 yen. And these are some supplemental payment coverages which you can read through. Scholarship period is usually 2 years. And yeah, for both the enrollments, the scholarship period is 2 years. So the scholarship is valid for 2 years. Application documents. Applicants short of required documents will not be accepted. Application documents must be written in either Japanese or English. Write in Japanese if the applicant can do so. So Japanese is preferable. If applying to more than one university or graduate school, you must submit a full set of documents from 1 to 8 for each university or graduate school. After the application deadline, the school, course, faculty, graduate school and admission month stated in the application form cannot be changed. If the application documents are found to be false or fraudulent, the application will be disqualified and the selection result will also be rescinded. If the documents are found to be false or fraudulent after the scholar starts to receive the scholarship, the payment of the scholarship will be cancelled and reimbursement of partial or full scholarship up to that point may be required. Now there are 8 documents. Let's go over these 8 documents one by one. First is the application form, prescribed form with a photograph. University graduate school name, major field course, faculty advisor or admission office you are applying to must be clearly mentioned. So after this document, we will go through that application form. Copy of the submitted admission application form or the examination ticket for the intended university or graduate school. Applicants who have not submitted the admission application form or the examination ticket to the university graduate school will not be accepted. So you must have submitted your admission application form. You may not have been given the admission, but at least you have submitted the application. That evidence you have to give, or the examination ticket of EJU has to be provided. If unable to apply to the intended university or graduate school due to the institution's academic application schedule, you must state the examination schedule in the application document and provide a copy of the application form that you submitted to the university within 2 weeks after the application deadline. If a copy of application form is not presented, the applicant will be disqualified. The third point is application guidelines of the prospective university. Submit the university's application guidelines along with a copy of the application form or the examination ticket. Research plan, prescribed form, must be submitted by both undergraduate and graduate students. So this is a difference. In MEXT scholarships, the undergraduate students are not required to write a research plan, but here it is applicable for both UG and PG. For undergraduate students, the theme will be what I want to study at the university or my study plan. And for graduate students, it is the research plan at the graduate school or the current status of my research. Then there will be an essay why I chose to study in Japan, my future plan after studying in Japan in the prescribed form, which we are going to see. Sixth is recommendation letter in the prescribed form for undergraduate, at least one recommendation letter from the below. The school you were enrolled in most recently in your country, most recent employer in your country, or a teacher or staff member of your intended university in Japan. So at least one recommendation letter out from these three categories must be submitted. For graduate admissions, a recommendation letter from a prospective supervisor of your intended graduate school must be submitted. If a recommendation letter from a supervisor cannot be obtained because the supervisor will be appointed after you entered the graduate school, you may submit a recommendation letter from 1 to 3 as shown above for the undergraduate students. If you submit other form of recommendation letter, it will be disqualified. Recommendation letter from applicant or family members will not be accepted. Letters without a handwritten signature of the recommender will not be accepted. Copy of the acceptance letter by the prospective Japanese institution. If the acceptance letter has not been issued at the time of application, it will be accepted by the following deadline. For April 2026 enrollment, it will be around March 25th, 2026. And for the September-October 2026 enrollment, it will be around August 2025. Sorry, August 25th of August 2026. Copy of JLPT certificate. If it is there, you can submit. It is not necessary for those who have not taken the test to provide the above documents. Application procedure. Application forms may be downloaded from Yoneyama Scholarship Secretariat website, and we are going to see that. Enter information on the dedicated forms on the Yoneyama Scholarship Secretariat website and upload the application documentation. So these are the 8 documents which have to be furnished when you apply online in the month of October. Application form, copy of the submitted admission application form or the examination ticket for the intended university or graduate school, application guidelines of the prospective university, research plan, essay, recommendation letter, copy of the acceptance letter, and copy of the Japanese language proficiency test results. If acceptance by the intended institution is scheduled to be announced after the deadline for the Yoneyama scholarship application, such application will be accepted only if the institution's scheduled announcement date is specified in the application form. And number 8 is not needed if you have not taken the JLPT test. Your application number will be notified by the Yoneyama Scholarship Secretariat by return email. This number must be used in order to submit additional documents when required or to make further inquiries. An email notifying that your application has been received will not be sent. Application is complete when all the application forms have been uploaded. Application period, as I mentioned earlier, it's the entire month of October. Selections are performed based on the document review. However, it is the district selection committee's decision to take further procedures such as online interviews, telephone and or email questionings to the applicant and or the supervisor. Incomplete application documents will not be considered valid for the selection. If a candidate fails to enter the intended university or if the appropriate enrollment procedures are not taken, the applicant loses eligibility for the application. If a successful candidate declines to receive the scholarship, another candidate on a waiting list may become entitled to receive the scholarship. However, the deadline for this advancement is the district orientation date in April. And rest is all good because those are the subsequent steps. Contact information. So now we go back to this site. So this was the guidelines. Then we have the application for scholarship. So this is the application form. You have to download this form and fill it up. So this is similar to your MEXT scholarship application form. It is almost the same. So you have to go step by step. If you know Japanese, fill it up in Japanese. If you do not know, fill it up in English. This is a simple form. Next is the research plan at Japanese university. So this is the template for the research plan. Outline of research plan at Japanese university. Must fit on one page. Must be filled in regarding the following themes. For undergraduate, what I want to study at the university or my study plan. For graduate students, plans of research at graduate school, current status of research. Must be typed, handwriting not accepted. So you have to type it out and you have to fit it in this single page itself. Then the other one is essay, why I chose to study in Japan. So this also has a template. So you have to follow this template again. So essay, write about the following theme and fit in one page. Must be typed, handwriting is not accepted. Why I chose to study in Japan, my future plan after studying in Japan. Name of the applicant, and this is the space where you must fit in your answer. And finally, the recommendation letter. This also has a template which you have to hand over to the person giving you the recommendation as outlined in the application guidelines. Must fit on one page. Please include the applicant's motivation for learning, character, and the for learning, character, and other information. If separate paper is used, please include information on 1 to 6. So this is the template. So you have to download all of these and make these documents ready. And when this login button is enabled in October, you have to create your profile on this website and fill up the online fields. And along with that, you have to attach these documents and rest of the items as mentioned in the application guide. So this will complete your application for the Rotary Yoneyama scholarship. So friends, that was the preliminary information about Rotary Yoneyama Memorial Foundation scholarship, which will be open for application in the month of October. So if you are looking for a scholarship for 2026, then please add this to your calendar that in October you have to submit the application for this scholarship. So with this, we are done with the 8 major scholarships available for higher studies in Japan. And in the next video, we will discuss about the complete timeline of admission to undergraduate courses in Japanese universities. So I will provide you step by step with the date and the months when to do what. That means which action to be taken in which month to go ahead with the admission process of undergraduate courses in Japan. So for now, uh, this is the end of this video. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please do so. Saral Japani is the channel name. Learn about Japan and Japanese. Our address is youtube.com/@saraljapani. So see you on our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.